Hello peoples, and welcome back to my channel. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers yet, but the goal is to, get more. So today will be my first actual vlog talking about something particular. So this vlog is going to be a little bit of a touchy subject, but today while I was on my Facebook and I've kind of become obsessed with Chris Crocker. I don't know if I said that right, but the Leave Britney Spears Alone guy. He's very inspirational, I think. Daily videos talking about real things in life, and today a video was posted about loving someone with addiction. So I'm going to talk about my brother. And bear with me because this is a very difficult subject for me to talk about, but I feel like addiction needs to be talked about more. I think people need to have a better understanding of what it's like to deal with addiction, to suffer with addictions, to see the bigger picture, the whole picture. Addiction isn't something that just the addict suffers from. The entire family and friends circle all go down with them. My brother's been using drugs consistently since the age of 15. He's now 25, and my brother is now at a point in his life where he has hepatitis and I don't even know what else, but it's very difficult to see him in the condition that he's in. My brother suffers from addiction to meth, to heroin. It all started out with Oxycontin, was the main drugs that he was using, but I mean, he did smoke pot, and he did like all the smaller drugs in between there. I'm not blaming his girlfriend that he met, but it got serious once he met this girl who was using intravenously, and she got him using it that way, and then since then his health has just deteriorated. Yeah, it's really hard to see someone that you love suffer the way that he's suffering. The whole point of this vlog is just to let you know my feelings on it and what stages, he's at right now. So now he's mostly just using heroin, which is pretty hefty. I mean, that's a pretty big drug to be using, and it causes a lot of internal damage. At this point, he doesn't have any teeth left in his face. His face is sunken in, caved in. His skin is jaundiced, and that's probably from his hepatitis that he's dealing with, not receiving medical care because he just doesn't give a shit to take care of himself anymore. As far as I know, he's homeless. I haven't seen my brother in almost 2 years, and it's not because I don't want to see him, it's just I think he's embarrassed to have his family see him in the condition he's in because he knows that he's not in a good state, and he knows how much it hurts us to see him that way. I know he knows we're hurt, but I don't think he understands what kind of effort we've put into trying to help him. And that's the thing, I have people saying to me, like, why aren't you doing more? Like, can't you help him financially? Can't you let him stay with you? All these things. Like, we've all offered for him to have a place to stay. We've all offered to, feed him and whatnot. We're not going to support him by giving him cash in hand because we know that it's not going to go to what he needs it to go to. I mean, yes, he kind of at this point needs drugs to cope during the day, to avoid being sick and all that lovely stuff that comes along with withdrawal. But we do offer for him to have a bed to sleep in, to have a roof put over his head. I mean, my husband and I have offered to have him stay with us, and we'd support him financially until he could get on his feet, but he chose not to because the life he's living is what he wants to do with his life right now. So yeah, every time there's a death in our city that the body is unknown, automatically I think of my brother. And that is the most difficult thing to deal with on a daily basis, is wondering if he's alive or where he is or if he's okay, and I hate that, and he knows that because I tell him all the time. There's been many times where we think he's hit his rock bottom, but he hasn't, and everybody's rock bottom is different. He's hit what I thought was rock bottom several times. I mean, being so obliterated that he fell into a bush and impaled himself right through his chin with a stick. Got a serious infection, ended up in the hospital having chunks of his skin removed. That wasn't rock bottom for him. Having a stillborn baby because of drug use, his girlfriend and him both were using at the time, and that wasn't his rock bottom. Like, you think that those things would be it for him, but it's not. I don't know where his rock bottom is going to be. At this point, I'm waiting for a phone call to say, hey, you know, we found your brother in an alleyway or on a curb somewhere. I do see him frequently walking down the street, and every time I see him, I can't bear myself to stop to talk to him anymore because I just can't handle the way that he looks, and like, it just devastates me. And I know that me going to him and crying in his face only makes his day worse, which means he's gonna go out and use even more. It's very difficult, and I don't think people understand what it's like to watch your loved one fade away into a black abyss that you can't get them back from. I wish that people understood what it's like. I can be sitting at home doing nothing and I just start crying because I think about the day that it comes where I don't have him anymore. And I know that that's coming, because how much rock bottom can you hit before your rock bottom's a body bag? Like, I don't know. Maybe this was a pointless video. That makes no sense to you, but it's helping me, so I hope it does help somebody else. Know that I understand what you're going through. It's not easy. Definitely not easy. Anyway, that's a little bit about my brother, I guess.